Yo, what is up everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. So hope you guys are all having a great day. So thank you guys so much for all the support. I really do appreciate it. I know that I haven't been posting as much as I did at some point, but summer starting very soon. I'm going to get hopefully 2 videos out daily for you guys. The new season is starting up, so next week definitely be ready to see a lot of gameplay of it. Hopefully I'll be able to get the hunter up like I did with Ibreen, because I know you guys really enjoyed that. So, yeah, really excited about next season and all this stuff for the channel. But I wanted to talk about Flaks, alright? One of the most asked questions, and I know I say this a lot about a lot of questions. Like, people ask me, you say this about, like, every question whenever I do videos. I make videos on what I'm asked about a lot. So, yeah, most of the time whenever I make a video, it's because I've been asked it so many times, I'm like, you know what, I might as well make a video out of it. So, if you want to message me, you can I'm either called Angel or I'm called Odin. I'm going to be called Odin once my phone turns on, because it's not turning on right now. But yeah, this is me, by the way. I'm still leader of enforcers. If you're level, 300, I really would appreciate it if you wouldn't mind coming over. I need some more level 300s. To help us, because we're, taking names out here with only 2 level 300s, but more would be very, very nice. But either way, Flaks, let's talk about it. So, some of people noticed that I ended up building an ice flak this event, and people were asking me, because I said previously, ice flaks, they're not too great, you shouldn't really build them, and my view on Flaks overall has changed a little bit, and I'm going to start by just going over what each Flak does, and then we'll move on to which ones you should build. So, Dark Flak, the highest damaging tower in the game by far. You'll see that the special attack deals 11.9 million attack per shot. It is ridiculous. So, it's high damage and durability with short range. Super shot stuns dragons temporarily. So basically, its super shot deals an insane amount of damage, as well as it stuns dragons, which for hunters, that stun kills so many of them, because you cannot use spells during the time that it is stunned up. So, thinking like that, that means if you have a dragon like a, Neptus, for example, not only will he lose a lot of health, but he can't use any of his shots or his, what's it called, not Riptide, but the Tidal Surge on any tower. And that's killed my Neptus especially, and, billions of others that have attacked my base. So definitely one of the strongest towers in the game by far. Undoubtedly necessary on every person's base. For sure. Now, the Fire Flak. This guy used to be not as prevalent in, strategies, but suddenly everybody's using them. It's ridiculous how powerful Fire Flaks are, but basically Fire Flaks have a decent sized range, and their elemental damage, and the super shot reduces dragon damage by 50% for 2.5 seconds. On destruction, it also explodes and deals damage, so it deals a decent amount of damage whenever you hit super shot, 6.44 mil, which is definitely not too bad. But it also has a pretty fast firing rate, so it's constantly doing the 2.94 million damage at a pretty rapid rate. And if you look at, oops, I did not mean to do that. Oops. I bet it's gonna tell me, oh no, it actually worked. Oops. If you look at this right here, oh great, I can't. Hopefully someone come on to, yeah, okay, good job, guys. If you look right here, the difference in the non-super shot attack is actually not that much. So if you think about it like this doesn't fire that quickly, but this does. So this is going to be getting a lot of shots off. So it's actually quite powerful. And also that damage upon destruction. I don't know how many times that has been just enough to kill off a hunter. I swear, every single time. Because people don't want to kill it, because it deals a pretty good amount of damage when it's killed. But if you don't kill it, then it's going to be constantly doing this insane amount of damage to you. So Fire Flaks are very, very powerful. They kill Neptuses very quickly. So I really like this setup of my Kill Island. I mentioned it in my video where I talked about like the best setup for 2018. I definitely suggest checking that video out. But yeah, so that's Fire Flaks. Ice Flaks. Now, Ice Flaks are the newest flag that have been implemented into the game, and they really are, it's interesting. It's interesting. Because basically what it does is it's extremely long range. So if you look right here, this is the longest range of any tower in the game. I mean, you can have it back here, and it's going to be hitting dragons that are sitting right here. You know what I mean? So its range is quite ridiculous. So on long islands especially, it's really nice because you can deal damage even if it, dragon's up here and, whatever, you can be doing a decent amount of damage. And most dragons don't have a resist to a ice flak yet. And then its super shot disables spells. Now, this is extremely powerful in certain situations. For example, rage drains. You have an ice flak, it gets a shot off. There's no way to dodge a rage drain that has an ice flak on it. No way at all. Because it disables the spells just long enough for the mage shots to hit you. Just long enough. So having a level 1 for defenders to use, it's actually quite powerful. But then, of course, they can just leave that level 1 tower right there and gain a bunch of rage just by letting it sit there. So it's kind of hard, to validate that. But most people just, spam, everything and they kill it anyway. But overall, it's an interesting super shot. And it deals a decent amount of damage as well. And overall, it's a pretty nice tower. So if you look at No Mercy Harv's base, okay, let's look at this really quick. No Mercy Order. Let's look at his base. And you're gonna see a pattern here. Okay, if it will ever load. Okay, so here's my synopsis of this. Look at the towers. Do you see one ice turret on this base? No. What do you see a lot of? You see a lot of elemental towers. You see a lot of flaks. So here's the deal. At lower levels, what should you be building? Okay, I just wanted to show you this because the meta these days is just build all flaks, you're set. Because flaks do the most damage out of any towers in the game. All you need to make your base OP at higher levels, not lower levels, at higher levels, is having a bunch of flaks. I'm going to explain why I say don't build a bunch of, flaks at lower levels. The reason why is because if you are free to play, elemental shards are not going to be super easy to get. If you're a level 60, you should not be building 2 flaks. You need to only be prioritizing 1 flak. It is better to have a level 20 dark flak instead of having 2 level 10, 1 level 10 ice flak and 1 level 10 dark flak. Prioritize 1 dark flak as a lower level. Once you get up to where you start having more and more elemental embers or you are pay to play, that is when you can start using other flaks. In my opinion, the most important flak to have that you should have no matter what is dark flak. The second is fire flak, then you build an ice flak. The reason why I decided to go in and build an ice flak is simply because its long range is really nice for, this, because they have to really prioritize the towers behind this while they're killing the farms, which is why I think that that's a better setup than I had before. But yeah, I don't think that an ice flak is necessarily better than a dark flak, but the big reason why I say don't build, just 3 flaks straight up as a lower level is that if you are completely free to play, or even just, maybe you spend a little bit but not a whole lot, flaks and elemental shards are not going to be easy to get. Look right here for just a second. I have 58k, which is a decent amount. When this event started, I had 150,000. I went through 100,000 of these during this event, leveling up these 2 right here. It gets expensive, guys. So if you have a long base to begin with, shorten it while you have a chance. But really prioritize building a dark flak. Then, as you grow up, not as you grow up, I'm saying this to, literally all of you guys are 21 or older. Yeah, grow up. Yeah, right, I'm, younger than everybody. Oh, well, that's fine and dandy. Anyway, but as you start to level up, then you can start, making some, changes to your base, start adding maybe a fire flak, because I do believe that fire flaks are better than ice flaks Sorry, better than ice turrets, because all of the high level hunters have. I mean, literally, how many of the high level hunters have ice turrets resist? It's ridiculous. So, yeah, I think overall Flaks are the way to go. They are. Honestly, if you have any level base and you're pay to play, I would say just screw ice turrets and build Flaks. Because they do the most damage. Their super shots are the most powerful in the game besides, I would say, mages and storm towers. Because without mages and storm towers, bases would be just a walk in the park, right? But yeah, I mean, Flaks are the way to go. You know what I mean? So yeah, anyway, hopefully this helped you guys out kind of decide what you want to do. I know a lot of it was just kind of me repeating myself, but again, like I said, you just need to prioritize. If you're high level, just build Flaks. Don't build cannons, don't build archers. Literally, those are useless. Even with Necrix. Because Ice Flaks can basically make Necrix dead. Why? Because he can't use his elemental barrier. So 3 Flaks, a Dark Flak, an Ice Flak, and a Fire Flak on an island with 2 mages is unstoppable. That is technically the best setup in the game. Because there is no way for any dragon. Now, of course, if you have, Max the Star, he's probably going to live through that. But I'm saying in terms of just strength, that is the best setup. So if you're a really high level, I would suggest doing that. And I know, like, some, level 4 and 500 to watch my videos, but, yeah, I mean, basically, Flaks are the way to go these days. You know what I mean? But anyway, guys, hopefully this helped you guys out. Let me know down in the comments section if it did. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.